The Queen Elizabeth National Spinal Injuries Unit is situated within the grounds of the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital campus in Glasgow. The unit is responsible for the management of all people in Scotland who have sustained a traumatic injury to their spinal cord. It is staffed by a dedicated rehabilitation team which includes medical consultants, nurses, physiotherapy, occupational therapy and clinical psychologists. The unit consists of 2 wards, Eden Hall ward, which is a combined admission and high dependency ward, and Phillips Hill, our rehabilitation ward. People are typically admitted to Eden Hall within a day or 2 of their injury occurring. The main aim at this point is to assess and medically stabilise those who have had a traumatic injury. In the early stages, all patients will require nursing support to manage normal, everyday tasks, such as washing and going to the toilet. The expert nurses in Eden Hall will discuss this with you and help manage any initial difficulties. Most people who are admitted to the unit will initially have difficulties moving or feeling parts of their body. If you have broken bones in your neck or back, your consultant will discuss your case with their neurosurgical colleagues, and together they will come up with a plan as to how best to heal these. For some, their spinal injury may have affected their breathing, and so for a period they may require the use of a ventilator. Phillips Hill is also home to the respiratory care unit. This provides expert care for those who require additional support in the short or long term with breathing or managing their chest following their spinal injury. Patients in the spinal injury unit take part in an active programme of rehabilitation 5 days a week. Your programme will be tailor-made to address your needs. The day often begins with a busy morning routine with the nursing staff to get ready for the day ahead. The team includes physiotherapists who will typically see you in the gym and focus on activities such as strengthening weak muscles, improving flexibility, and developing a suitable means of mobility, whether this is a manual wheelchair, a power chair, or a form of assisted or independent walking. As part of your physical rehabilitation, you will be taught how to use various pieces of gym equipment in order to strengthen the functioning muscles in your body. The physiotherapists work closely with their occupational therapy colleagues. OTs, as they're often known, will work with you to try and strengthen and improve the function of your hands if they have been affected by your injury, and will also teach you new skills to increase your independence. This includes a range of physical tasks, which can be more complicated after spinal injury, but with practical adaptations can be readily achievable. The OTs will also advise you on any changes that may be required to your home to allow you to live more independently. Many homes are not accessible for those with mobility difficulties, and if you would find it difficult to access or live in your home, your occupational therapist would discuss options open to you. The unit also has 2 neuropsychologists. People tend to experience a very understandable and normal process of grief and adjustment after any life-changing event. The role of the psychologist is to support the emotional needs of you and your family as you begin to acclimatise to your changed circumstances. During your stay in the unit, you will work closely with the rehabilitation nurses and auxiliary nurses who will help you learn about your injury and show you how to manage many of the day-to-day challenges that can be encountered following an injury to the spinal cord. This includes tasks such as regaining control over your bowel and bladder, protecting yourself from pressure sores, and understanding your medicines. The nurses will work hand in hand with the consultants who are responsible for managing the medical aspects of your care. Your consultant will see you several times a week during ward rounds. After a few weeks in rehabilitation, your discharge coordinator will organise a goal planning meeting for you. This is a short meeting with your rehabilitation team to discuss progress and to set goals for your stay. Most people will have 3 or 4 of such meetings across the typical 3 to 5 month stay. The rehabilitation programme is also complemented by an active learning programme, and there are several informative talks and practical sessions scheduled across the week. Many also find solace in the gardens in and around the Spinal unit. The unit has 2 beautiful gardens installed and maintained by Horatio's Garden. They comprise of a central courtyard in the middle of the unit and a woodland garden which skirts around the east face of the building. The courtyard allows you and your visitors to have some private space in an otherwise busy and bustling rehabilitation environment. Tea and coffee are available in the garden pods, and there is often home baking on offer too. The woodland garden benefits from a children's play area and is home to the unit's gardener's hut and activity area. Before the point of discharge, you will be encouraged to make use of the family suite. A private area comprising of a large open-plan living area and kitchen, as well as 3 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. This is often a helpful way of highlighting the progress that has been made in rehabilitation and allows for any ongoing difficulties to be addressed. At the point of discharge, you will be given copies of your discharge paperwork, and one of the unit's nurse specialists will contact you a week or 2 after your discharge to see how things have been going. You will be reviewed 6 weeks after leaving the unit by your consultant to ensure that you're continuing to do well. While acquiring a spinal injury is a life-altering event, the majority of people learn to manage the challenges that it presents. Existing relationships develop and grow, hobbies and interests adapt and change, and those who seek to work or drive often do. We hope that your stay in the unit allows you the opportunity to meet your potential and to lead an independent and fulfilling life.